Let's prepare for prayer. Prayer. Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most. Surely I'm being turned to thee, trying to be upright to He who originated the heavens and earth, not of the polytheists. Surely my prayers, my sacrifices, my life, and my death for Allah, the Lord of the worlds. No associate has He, as I am commanded. I'm of those who Allah. Thou art the King. There's no God but Thee. Thou, my Lord, and I am Thy servant. I've been greatly unjust to myself, and I do confess. Please grant protection against my none grants protection. Guide me to the best of all. But none guides to the best of most. And turn away from me to eat and indecent. But none can turn away from me to eat. Well, I'll make Muhammad success and make the true and righteous followers of Muhammad success. As thou to make Abraham and the true righteous followers of Abraham. Surely thou art even magnified. And all I bless Muhammad. Bless the true and righteous followers of Muhammad. As thou to bless Abraham and the true righteous followers of Abraham. Surely thou praise, magnify, and I missed.
I mean,
Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, Most Merciful. I bear witness that there is no God. Muhammad is his messenger. Greet all my family. Words of peace. He said in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum, family.
alaikum
Walaikum
salam.
salam, sir.
Everybody all right today?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All praise due to Allah. I pray that you are.
Okay, I see you pumped up, brother. And when these questions get asked, you stay your same pumped up way. Oh, now he got nothing to say. Yeah, okay.
Well, I try not. I try to tap the done speaking thing because I'm gonna be making some noise.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, sir. So before we start, if you don't mind, we're trying to always improve our Zoom meetings. So we will have a timer to kind of keep us all on track as far as our responses and just making sure that we stay within our time guidelines because we don't want to disrespect anyone's time by going over. So with that being said, Brother Jesse, go ahead.
We on general order number 7. To talk to no one except in the line of duty. Now, last week, we dealt a lot with talk in number 6. Now, this is coming up again. And for us to go through talk, because I think last question I asked, what is the difference between talk and speak? Do anybody remember what the consistency was? Okay, the difference between talk and speak. Talking is like what I'm doing now. I'm talking to everybody on the line because we having a communication between thoughts and minds. And if I was speaking, then it would not be a communication back and forth. I would just be up here speaking, giving a lecture, and you will be listening, but we're not necessarily engaged in the conversation. Everybody with me so far?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. To
Yes,
talk
sir.
to no one except in the line of duty. Now, before we get started, what has anybody come up with so far? But let me give an overview. It's a scenario that I want everybody to get each week. If all of us are sitting in the living room in your own personal space, in your own personal house, and nobody is there, you there alone, and you're saying to yourself, this is my time to get some peace and quiet. I cut the TV off, no music. I'm just sitting trying to, get myself together. Then all of a sudden, a feeling come over you. It's not necessarily a bad feeling or a good feeling. It's just a feeling that you never felt before. And as you contemplate on this feeling, you hear a knock on the door. Now you puzzle for real because you didn't hear a car pull up. You didn't hear no indication that somebody is getting ready to come to the door. So you go to the door. And when you go to the door, you open the door. You don't peep out the peephole, the curtain, nothing like normally you would do. You just open the door. And when you open the door, you see a person standing there. And the person used the language of brother or sister. For instance, he said, Brother Jesse, I want you to talk to no one except in the line of duty. Now, first, I'm trying to figure out who is this person? How does this person know my name is Jesse? Not only that, but why did they put the brother on the front of it? How do they know me like that? And I don't know who this person is. I want to say something, but the person just turned around and walked away. I don't say, hold up, wait a minute, who are you? None of that stuff. For some reason, I just turned around and shut the door. But as I'm walking back, something came over me. And immediately it hit me that, man, I think that was power. So I'm trying to figure out, man, everybody already think I'm tripping. So who I'm going to tell this to? So I call y'all on the phone. And I said, y'all ain't going to believe what happened. God came to the door. And then you say, well, what'd he say? And then I say what he said. And we are taught that speak the language of the people. But when God spoke to me, he used a military language. So evidently, I know what he's talking about. So y'all asking me what he's talking about. So in return, I'm asking y'all, what did God say to you? That's
We have a hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Sister Leah.
Assalamu alaikum, sis.
Wa alaikum salam. I don't have my answer yet, but I wanted to make a little correction about the wording. General Order number 7 is to talk to no one only in the line of duty, not except in the line of duty.
Good, good.
Okay, yes, sir. But I don't have my answer yet.
What was the question?
The question you just asked?
Right, what was that?
You were saying what would I do if Allah came to me and asked me to talk or told me to talk to no one only in the line of duty.
Yeah, what is he saying to you?
I don't have my answer yet.
Okay. The answer is not something that's written in stone. The answer is that everybody will have a different answer. So it's no right and wrong. It's based off of your understanding, your upbringing, your background, because God is specifically talking to you. So if God come to me and say to talk to no one except in the line of duty, am I right, little sister?
No.
Well, tell me again.
Is to talk to no one only.
Only in the line of duty.
Yes.
So if he come to me, I'm going to respond according to what's inside of me, how I feel. Because the thing is, God talked to me and used that language to me. So evidently, I have an interpretation of what God is saying, because he said, speak the language of the people. So he spoke to me in a language that I would understand. So even though he may use the same words, he's speaking to you in a language that you will understand. So it's not really like a rocket science thing. It's just what do you think he said to you? That's all. It's no right, it's no wrong. I just posed it as a question, but it's not that deep.
We had a hand, Sister Kalila.
Assalamu alaikum, little sis.
Wa alaikum salam. I was just going to say what I thought. So when we talked about the talk part, I agree with the communication. So it's for me to communicate with no one. And so the one that they're talking about is the believer. No, not the believers, but the original people, us. So, and all the ones, no, believers too, believers and the ones that we're trying to get to. So it's me communicating with those people, those us and stuff, only in the line of duty, only my conversation is what my duty is. So our duty is to gather them, to teach them, to, let them know and become gods and all that. That's what our duty is. So we're only going to have those type of conversations. But however, it is your duty to bring them. Like my duty may be to bring them through gardening and disaster preparedness. Someone else duty may bring them with the word ministry. Somebody else's maybe something different. But that we're only going to be talking about things that are going to bring us up, bring us closer to God, to Allah, not all the backbiting and girl this and boy this and all the unnecessary stuff. Our conversations are going to be about getting us closer to Allah and stuff. That's what I think. That's what I'm like.
Well, Islam. Let me ask everybody something. I heard what little sis said. She wasn't wrong or nothing like that. But remember, God is specifically talking to you. So he's giving you an instruction. And we all ear hustling on what God said to you. So you tell us, what did God say? Only you can interpret it. What do you think he's saying to you, or what instruction do you think he's giving your life? And to talk to no one.
We have a hand. Brother James.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother James.
Wa alaikum salam. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, family. I got two. Now, one, I agree with what Sister just said. And all right, let's say God is talking to me, and I'm not in the nation, and I'm on this line with y'all. And he said, talk to no one. So let's separate the one, the no, and the one. Let's say I'm at work, and I'm working a regular job. And my supervisor see me in the hallway somewhere talking to another employee. And he may say, what are you doing? Oh, I was just explaining something to so-and-so about how to do this job. That's one example. Or I could be talking about something else that don't have nothing to do with it. That wouldn't be in the line of duty. No, but my other example is when I first met Brother Michael, the mic guy, we was on a Zoom call. We was having an FOI Zoom call. We was in, let's say we were quarantining around that time. We weren't in the mall. So all our meetings was on the Zoom call. And we had separated the class based on categories. So it ended up being just me and brother on the line. So we had our instructions, we had our class on paper, but it was like, it was on the screen. Our instructions on how the class was to be conducted. We had our
your
Can you hear
time,
me?
brother.
Okay, so we
Yes,
had
sir.
our lesson.
You've gone.
What I'm saying is
hold on
we
now,
stayed.
sir. So you used up your 10 minutes, your 2
Okay.
minutes.
Okay, all right. So we stayed in the process, and that was it. We stayed on the line of duty.
Yes, sir. All right. Continue.
When the time is up, finish your point. And if we have more time, then we can come back to you, or you and I can discuss it individually. But everybody on the line, just keep in mind that God is talking to you. It's something dealing with you and your spirit. We want to know, what did he say to you? What instruction that he gave to you? Because the same thing that I may feel, I may not be aware of. So I may say, man, that's something that he gave brother those instructions. I never looked at it that way. So remember, God is coming to you individually. And he's putting this on you. He's giving you instructions what not to do, to talk to no one. Anyone have a comment on what you think or what you believe or what God said to you in
Assalamu
reference to
alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Brother David?
Excuse me, but I don't know how to do this the hand waving thing.
To who?
Okay, to raise your hand. So let's do it this way. iPhone 13 had their hand up first, and then after iPhone 13 finishes, then you can come through, okay? All right,
As-
excuse me, iPhone 13. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sister.
What I think that Allah would be telling me would be to speak to only um the person that he have in charge, or a person that we're getting our instruction from. Because I think the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had said that for the minister, wherever he go, we follow him. Whatever he said to do, we do. So I would kind of line that up with that's the instruction that Allah is giving me, and not to go to somebody who don't have the same mind frame as me, because they won't steer me in the right direction. But to talk to only person that is in the line of duty, which I would say is our superior, our fellow believers, some of them. But yeah, but I would go straight to what did the minister say? What did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say? So I'm thinking in that waveline.
Anyone else?
So, Brother
Brother David?
David was next, and then Sister Aaliyah. One moment, let me just reset this. Okay, go ahead, Brother David.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know how to do the hand thing. That's why I be interjecting. So forgive me, please. But
Yes, sir.
my thinking was uh, yeah, again with in accordance with everybody else, but because I've been in the teachings for a minute, what I get from that is to talk to no one only in the not however it goes. I don't know. I thought it was accept,
In
but
the line
anyway,
of duty.
right. Um, that when we're talking to people or anyone, it's just like we got to be producers. So whatever we do is producing, and let's be productive. But the words that we are using, well, being productive in everything that we speak as well as we think. We speak as we think. So I mean that's just something that came across my mind, and real quick. So that's it for me.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
Sister Aaliyah was next.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam,
Alaikum
man.
salam, man.
So for me, I would say that it means I'm not gonna say it's to conversate only with people who are in the nation or people who are of status in a way, because Allah works through whom He pleases. And so I'm always looking to listen to whoever is dropping seeds, no matter who it is. And when it comes to duty, my duty as a Muslim is to submit my will to do the total will of Allah. And so, there are people who you don't expect who can give you little tips and tricks on how to do that. And I also think it means when you're conversating, like Sister Kalila and Brother David said, to keep it clean, avoid slack talk and gossip. Because I remember the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember word from word, but his point was essentially that the best word to talk about is the best conversation to have is when you're uplifting the words of Allah and not, anything negative or anything like that. So that's my answer.
Praise be to Allah. Brother Michael is next.
Wait a minute, 1 second.
Oh, yes.
Everybody is right according to where they're at, but nobody is answering the question. everybody seems to be giving me the definition of number 7. And the question is, what is God saying to you? That's the question. It's not the question of interpretation of the definition of number 7. It's what do you think God is saying to you in reference to number 7? What is he saying to you? Yes, sir, Brother Mike. Salam alaikum.
Well, salam. I would think it would be saying to me that don't communicate with people unless you're dealing with something that's uplifting to me, or with a purpose. Only talk to people with a purpose, with a understanding of why you're talking to them, because he could be out in the community, and then what is my purpose among our people spiritually, to help uplift them, to be an example to them, because talking is not only words, it's nonverbal communication, it's how I carry myself, how they see me. I'm speaking a certain language when I'm talking to them. So guard my spirit. Don't get in no arguments. Don't be with somebody on or debating them, but to stay within the realm of, I have a duty first to myself. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. Protect my spirit, protect my energy, and not allow somebody else, based on speaking to them, to get me off my post. So to talk to no one only in the line of duty is for me to guard my spirit and to deal with them and build with them based on a purpose, with a reason, and not just out there just speaking and saying things that sound smart. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Anyone else would like
We
to
have 2 more. Yes,
say what
yes, sir.
Allah
So,
said to you? What do you
yes.
think
So,
he's saying to you using the language of a military structure?
so Sister Ebony had her hand up, and then after Sister Ebony, Sister Markley. Go
Assalamu
ahead,
alaikum,
Sister
Sister
Ebony.
Ebony.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
For me, I really enjoyed learning about the word talk from the previous recording. And so it's saying to me at this point to not exchange ideas with people who do not have my assignment or not on the same duty, because for me, I need to stay focused. And if we're not working towards the same thing, um, I could be easily distracted by what you're saying, or I could even be discouraged about what Allah has given me to do. So if I stay only exchanging those ideas, not to say I can't speak to other people, but if I'm in the line of duty, I'm going to converse with people who understand my mission, who may even have the same mission. And those are the conversations that I'm going to value. Thank you.
And Sister Markley.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably it's him telling us to expressing our thoughts verbally to other people, like the sister just said, that have the same type of mind frame as us. Of course, all other people too, um, but I essentially think it's talking about, he's telling us to express our thought verbally and also communicate our ideas. That's what I'm thinking.
Anyone else? Okay, if there's nobody else, we're gonna start breaking this thing down. That be all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that it's very difficult for us to analyze ourselves. So we have a habit that has to be broken, that we're always looking outside of ourselves. So as much as God is talking to us, it always come out as a reflection outside of us. But I see where the disconnection is coming from. The disconnection is coming from the word, no one. That's what I'm hearing. Why is it saying no one versus nobody? Can anybody tell me why is it saying no one versus nobody? Okay. No one. The reason why it's no one, because it's saying no person. So that eliminates people outside of yourself. So it's talking about something inside of yourself. Nobody, it's a reflection, and it means somebody who has a particular authority or no authority. But it's talking about no one. To talk to no one. Yeah, but if you're communicating, and we say talk is you're having a verbal conversation. Then it says talk to no one. So who is the God telling you to not to talk to? Because evidently it's something inside of yourself that you are continuously having a conversation with and not knowing it. Why? Because we're reflecting outside but it's not about outside. That's why it says no one. So who do you think that the God is trying to pull our coat to talk? Don't talk to this. Don't talk to this person, but it's inside of you. Who do you think it is? What do you think?
I have my hand up.
Yes, ma'am.
Dang.
I'll let you go, Brother David. Go ahead.
I wish I could do the hand things. I don't see it on my phone. But anyway, assalamu alaikum, fam. We see when I go back to what you said earlier about the military aspects of it as well. You know, it's like it's talking to that brown germ inside of you, I guess. You know, that's the first thing came up to me as you start speaking like the internal thing, the brown germ, because that sneaking devil, he always popping up, you know, and we give him no attention, then you know we're not talking to him because we give him any attention, then we give him leeway. We having conversation with him, or you know what I mean, and that's what I got out of it.
Mm-hmm.
What
about you, Sister Michelle?
I was going to say the exact same thing, Brother David.
What?
The brown germ.
What he said?
That's well, like, don't entertain that brown germ that's within you because it has, you know, that's the negative side of us. So we don't want to sit and entertain that side of us because that will throw all our thinking off and our actions.
I hear
Brother
that
Michael
language. Oh, wait a minute, Brother Mike.
I'm
I
sorry.
hear that language of what you just spoke. I hear it all over the nation. That's not true. I hear when people are talking about the brown germ as it's negative. No, the brown germ is just the brown germ. It's functioning off of its own nature. So it's not a negative side of us, or the black germ is the positive side of us. No, the both sides, it has duality in man. Both of them are equally a part of us. Both of them are equally a part of the original God. It does not make it bad. That's like saying technology is bad, even though you hear the word trick. No, that don't make it bad. What make it bad is the user and the motive behind the technology. Moses taught white folks technology, but he taught them technology to help navigate them through a world that the original man will kill them. That wasn't bad. Yes, sir, Brother Mike.
Assalamu alaikum. Within us all, we got our Lord desires. That's one reality. Our negative thoughts that come up within us. That's one. Also, that reality when we're dealing with somebody else, it's within them that we entertain the brown germ, the deceptive intelligence, uh, from within them and negative people. We agree with them when we holding a discussion with them, and they could be wrong or talking negative. That's coming from something within them that connects with something with us to where we agree with it when we shouldn't be talking to that reality because we can relate to it within ourselves.
All right, thanks, brother.
Yes, sir.
I want everybody to give an example of, because it's fine to say the brown germ, which is right, but I want us to identify when we having that conversation. I'm going to give a phrase or a particular thought, and then each one of you do the same thing. If I'm in the mosque and somebody in authority says something to me, but they say it in a way of I feel I'm being belittled. Inside of me, I start having a conversation. Now, this is the language that I'm having within myself. That nigga think he's talking. You don't know me like that. Then the other person said, yeah, you should walk up out of here. Man, hell, well, you ain't got to take that. See, I'm having a conversation between the brown germ. So we have to be aware to make sure we don't entertain that and have a conversation with that. So we have to find a way to pull our own coat. So somebody give me a phrase or an example of talking to the brown germ.
Sister Margley has her hand up, and then after her, Brother James.
Assalamu alaikum. I wanted to clarify something. Brother Jesse, did you tell us what was the answer from your point of view? Because before
Answer to what?
because Sister Michelle and the brother had said the brown germs, and you said that's correct, but it's not correct. So can you kind of
No. It's correct. I was
Okay.
just saying it's not correct because she had mentioned the word negative.
Okay.
And I was making a slight correction because I hear it on the nation. And they identifying the brown germ as a negative nature. And I was making a correction that it's not a negative nature. It's just a particular nature
Okay.
that has the possibility of exemplifying itself in a negative fashion. When the original God created himself and he looked inside of himself to see what he was made of, he saw inside of himself that particular brown germ. He didn't see a negative or positive. He saw that thing, that germ, it had the potential of altering his capability of where he wanted to go. So he decided to not take a chance on that, to make it dormant. And according to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that brown germ did not have a function until the making of the white man. But in his life, he made it dormant. But because we are not there yet, we have to be aware of this so we too can try to make it dormant in our life so it won't have a function on our affairs. Did I answer you, Sister Margaret?
Yes, okay.
Good.
I just wanted to make sure I was on the right line.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Sister
next
Michelle,
is
who?
Brother James.
Brother David?
Brother James is next.
Oh, Brother James, the
Yes,
painter?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
I would use the phrase, keep it Messiah.
No, that's right. I know
Yeah.
that's right. Yes.
That's right, brother.
Okay. Praise be to Allah.
Anyone else got a phrase?
Oh, that's right.
We all have conversations because it's a part of us. See, we are taught it's not about us having adversity. We all got them. The thing is, how do we handle adversity when it comes our way? So that's what we're giving examples from one another so we can kind of help each other when it comes up in our life to analyze it and to be aware of it.
I have an example.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the beauty shop and I got my hair colored. I got it, laid down, my style looking good. And I'm like, I don't really think I have to put this scarf on like right this very minute. Let me just, walk real slow to the car because I want to show my hair off.
Get thee behind me safely.
Yes, sir. Brother Michael has his hand up.
No. You ain't finished. You was going somewhere. What is
Where
the
was I going?
conversation between you and the brown germ in
That
reference
was
to your
that
hair?
was the comment because my hair looked good and I don't have to wear that scarf. I mean, I know how to conduct myself. I don't need to do that. And then that's the brown germ, and then I'm saying, well, I mean, you need to wear your scarf. So the brown germ said, well, put it way back here so everybody can see, your curls in the front when I know it should be up a little higher. So I just kind of go back and forth with myself about, should I wear the scarf or, I'll put it on when I get home or, well, I am in a hostile environment. I'll put it on later kind of situation.
Before the next person, this is important because we have the God with it, but we also have the brown germ.
Yes, sir.
So we don't want to make a mistake. And we think that this is the God within. We're having a conversation. Let me give you an example. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, so is he. The scripture never tells you who is the he. So if 2 or 3 people are talking and it's negativity involved, then you're going to find the brown germ in that conversation. If 2 or 3 people are talking up on high with God, then you're going to find Allah in the midst of the conversation. Everybody dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
No, that's you. I ain't hear nobody else. Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who else was next? Was it Brother Mike?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, when I have to stay out of my head, and I tell myself, get out your own head, or if I say something, I tell myself, it sounds good. So that's how I deal with that inner voice,
And that's good. Just to have tools in your life, in your personal life. That's why I always use the scenario, God at your door talking to you. Because if God is talking, then you have to prevent it. You have to follow the guidance and instruction that the God at your door is saying. So you too have to find different tools to help you navigate within yourself, your own mindset. To talk to no one only in the line of duty. In order, who?
Sister Aaliyah.
Yes, ma'am, sister.
Assalamu alaikum. I was gonna say, one of the conversations I struggle with when it comes to the brown germ is oftentimes I'll be like, oh, I'm too tired to pray right now, even though we are taught that prayer is better than sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wanted to share that I was listening to a lecture Brother Nuri did about I can't remember the exact title, but it was about how to be successful. And he was saying that if we do all 5 of our prayers, it'll only take us 35 minutes to complete all 5 of our prayers, and we don't even have to do them in a big lump sum. Allah is so merciful that He has spaced it out throughout 5 different times of the day. And so I like the way he worded that, and I think I'll take that with me in the future whenever that brown germ conversation is coming up.
Praise to Allah.
Talk to no one except in the line of duty. And then some paperwork says to talk to no one only in the line of duty. In
Yes,
order
sir.
to answer this, we have to find out what is the duty. What are we taught the duty is? I want everybody to give me an example of duty. We are taught that they say, what is the duty of a civilized man? And the answer is the duty of a civilized man is to teach and train the uncivilized.
Knowledge,
Yeah, but
wisdom.
what is, say that again?
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture.
Say it all, brother. Say it all.
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding,
No.
culture.
Say the whole thing.
What is
What
the
is the duty
duty
of a civilized man?
what is the duty of the civilized person? To teach an uncivilized civilization. That's knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, and the pursuit of happiness.
So if you're looking at the duty and say you're a Christian, what will be a duty? It's many duties, but I want everybody to give us a duty of if you're talking to a Christian or you're a Christian. The reason why, because if you Black in America, you pretty much came up in Christianity. So just because you're in Islam now, you can't deny your foundation in life. So what will be a particular duty of a Christian? Can anybody give me a duty?
We have a hand, Sister Leah.
I would say to uplift and teach and talk about the Bible.
Okay, the duty, when you're dealing with duty, it's instruction that you must adhere to. I'm gonna give you one, then y'all give me one. Jesus said, something about your neighbor. That's saying.
We walk by faith, not by sight.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
There you go. That's a duty. Love yourself as you would your neighbor. So the way that you should treat your neighbor, if you love yourself, then love your neighbor the same. That's a duty. That's a duty of somebody who say they walking in the light of Christ.
All right, looks like our batter is done. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah.
Who that white girl? You on the line? Who you? Who was that?
That was Brother David's phone, I think.
Yeah, well, that was walked
You know I
upstairs
know
and
your
said,
wife, don't you, brother? I don't know what's going on over there, but get
that's
yourself
a
together,
TV,
brother.
man. That's the TVs.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on.
You stop playing.
But one of the duties of a Christian. So somebody give me another duty of a Christian. We're gonna get to the duty of Islam in a minute, but I want us to have a understanding of duty. Because in the Nation of Islam, we have a duty, but a lot of us interpret duty as being made to do something, and that's not duty. So somebody give me another duty of somebody who say they're walking with Christ. Come on, y'all. I know y'all haven't forgot your Christianity, have you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, ma'am.
I would say forgiving others as Christ forgives you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's one. That's a duty. See, it's instructions on how to live your life. Let's take one more. Can somebody give me one?
Do not covet thy neighbor's house.
Do not covet somebody's house.
Yeah.
Say it again, brother.
To that effect.
No, I don't understand what you're saying. Say it again.
I'm I don't know. That's one of the sayings I've heard.
Right.
It's
Tell me the
do not,
saying. I didn't hear you.
Do not covet thy neighbor's property.
right.
Wife. Oh, do not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Yeah, property. Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brother Michael
But
has his thing.
that's
In
more
other
of a
words, the Ten
guide.
Commandments.
That's not necessarily a duty. That's more of a guide. Because the duty, it has no how you say, female or male counterpart. What you just said is a guide for men. It's not necessarily towards the woman. Like there's no instruction saying, woman, don't cover your wife husband. It doesn't say that. So the duty is something that's universal in that sphere of Jesus.
Thou
So
shalt not kill.
yeah, that's a duty. All the commandments are pretty much duties. And the
Brother Michael,
duties, if you notice the duties are universal. So if you say thou shalt not kill, you're going to find that in Judaism. You're going to find that in Islam. Don't mess with somebody else's wife or husband. You're going to find that in Judaism. You're going to find that in Islam. That's why I'm saying the examples, because the examples of duty of a civilized man or a man of God is the same. So could somebody give me duty in Islam?
Brother Michael has his hand up. Go ahead, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. A duty in Islam is charity, but I wanted to make a correction, sir, because mistake doesn't exist among the laborers, and I often get on and I correct somebody. So I want to correct my brown germ. I want to correct myself. When you ask what's the duty of a civilized person, by me rattling it off, I gave you the meaning of civilization. But the duty of the civilized person is to teach the uncivilized people who are savage, civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of himself, the science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness. So I just wanted to correct myself,
Praise be to Allah.
Thank you,
All
brother,
praise
for
to Allah.
self-correction.
Yes, sir.
All
All
praise
praise
be
to
to
Allah.
Allah.
That's my duty.
Yes,
That's right,
sir.
brother.
Go ahead.
Anyone else? Okay. To talk to no one only or except in the line of duty. So we have to establish the line of duty. In Islam, the duties of a Muslim is the 5 pillars of faith. That's the duty of a Muslim. We're going to run them off. Number 1 is called Shahada, or the bearing witness of God. Number 2, somebody give it to me.
Charity.
Charity. Somebody give me another one.
Prayer.
Prayer.
Prayer. Somebody give me another one.
Fasting.
Fasting. And the last one.
To make
Hajj.
your pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage,
Pilgrimage. Yeah.
if you can make it or have an understanding. Why am I saying to have an understanding? Because we believe today, in 2026, that whenever you can be around the structure of the Nation of Islam, meaning Savior's Day, or be on the line on Sunday, then you're engaged in the pilgrimage of Islam in the West.
Yes, sir.
So it's not necessarily like you got to make Hajj there. No, because Master Prophet Muhammad come to make a new Islam. So we have to remember, okay, if we having a new Islam, then where would be the new Hajj? Where would be the new Mecca? We have to remember that. So in order to answer, no one or except or only in the line of duty. So if we establish the duty, then that means how could you go outside of that line by having a conversation with that within? I'm going to repeat it. How could you go outside of that duty and have a conversation with that within? If we establish the duties is the 5 pillars of faith, how could you go outside of that? What will make you go outside of that? That's why I say except or only in the line of duty. Yeah, but we're talking about going outside of that line of duty. What will make you do that? What will make us do that? To talk to no
Brother
one.
Mike.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Mike.
I have a question.
Sir.
Okay, our pilgrimage or our hearts is Savior's Day. For those who do not go to the Savior's Day, and
Yes, sir.
they stay back and they host the Savior's Day viewing and invite people in, or people that cannot travel to go to it. If you host it, isn't that just as much a part of the Hajj as actually being physically in Chicago or Detroit?
Yes, sir. But it's not necessarily whether you host it or not. It's about your heart. It's about your mind. Some people are not financially able to go. Some people may not be in the spirit to travel. That don't mean that they're not a part of Hajj. Us in the nation, a lot of people have not went to so-called Mecca. But that don't diminish our Islam or our sojourn in Islam. No. If your heart is with the believers, if your heart is with the messenger and Allah, then your heart is in Detroit. Your heart is in Chicago. So yes, you are still participating in Hajj, in your Mecca, in your Medina.
A follow-up with charity. Is charity, because like I know if I give charity, I do something in the community, this and that, and it's not a part of the Nation of Islam. If I don't do the charity that pointed out directly within the Nation of Islam, but I'm doing charity, shouldn't that be counted for too? As part of the charity?
I'm going to answer, but I'm going to throw a little correction in there.
Yes, sir.
It's all the Nation of Islam if you are a citizen of the nation.
Yes, sir.
So even if you do things in the community, it's not to be seen amongst men. It's to know that Allah sees me. See, sometimes I intentionally don't pay all of my Savior's Day gift, and I drop the remainder in the basket when I get to Chicago or Detroit. Now, on the paperwork, it may say, well, Brother Jesse, he only paid $700, $800. That don't concern me. What concerned me is Allah knows that I did all I can to make my obligation.
Yes, sir.
You see what I mean? So
Yes,
it's the
sir.
same thing with charity. Even if you give your neighbor, say, how you doing today? That's charity.
Yes,
So
sir.
it don't have to be written in stone as long as it's written on your heart.
Yes,
As
sir.
long as Allah knows. It doesn't matter about that other stuff. Other than that, we're going to always want to be seen amongst men looking for approval of men. No. We in this life trying to give gratitude and thanks to
Yes,
Allah
sir.
that he saw something in us to even allow us to know who's the true and living God. So to hell with all that other stuff, that's irrelevant. I hope I answered you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
indeed.
Yes, sir. So
Praise be to Allah.
to talk to no one only or except in the line of duty. So what is the conversation doing that's causing us to go outside of the 5 pillars of faith? Because the God is saying, do not do that. Yeah, but in order to not do it, we have to know what is it that we're doing? What do you think it is? Okay, I'm going to give you one. And then you give me one. Somebody pick one of the 5 pillars. Just give me one.
Prayer.
Prayer. Like my daughter says, sometimes she can be so sleepy and don't get up. If she don't get up, even though the Quran says prayer is better than sleep, is she breaking the law by sleeping? Is she in need of punishment for not getting up to pray? No, because we don't get caught up on rituals. See, it's the desire. See, do you have the knowledge to know or thinking about God? See, it ain't about hitting the prayer rug 5 times a day. It's about acknowledging God 5 times a day. Acknowledge. If the prayer clock go off on my phone now, that don't mean I got to go and stop the car and go outside and put the thing on the ground outside and get the prayer. The fact that I'm acknowledging is prayer time. That's a conversation between me and God. That's acknowledging God away from everything else. See? But if we get caught up on that, then we have the brown germ have a conversation of manipulation. Now we feeling bad when we get up. Damn, I had no reason not to get up. I should have got up. As if you gonna get punished or break a law. No, what that do is give you an indication of strengthening your conviction to get up. That's all. Something is pulling your coat and letting you know you're a little weak in this area. Try to strengthen your area. We all was made other than ourselves. See? But if we concentrate on the wrong thing, then it will be just like number 7. Remember, the number 7, that represents spirituality. So we're dealing with the spirituality of the nature of the human being. To talk to no one, meaning the brown germ, only or except in the line of duty. Yeah, but you're not going to talk to the brown germ in the line of duty. Why? Because the brown germ is the opposite of duty. You see what I mean? So sometimes he can throw you off and you thinking it's duty. And it's not duty. You may say, well, let me pull the brother or the sister coat by giving them guidance. That's fine. But the way that you're doing it in a way where the person who hears you, they hear you judging me. They hear you condemning me. They hear you always on my back. See? Who does that rely on? That relies on both parties. Why? Because it says talk. Talk to no one except or only in the line of duty. Now y'all give me one. I gave you prayer. Now y'all give me one.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
You shouldn't have took prayer because that's where I'm going with.
Wait, go
It's
with
like
it again and use your own prayer. You gotta
Yes,
use my
sir.
prayer.
It's like I'll be out sometimes, even if I'm driving in my truck, I'll be like wanting to turn on the radio or something. So I said, wow, man, it always happened after maybe I use the restroom that breaks, and I don't have no way of making wudu or something like that. But I still make the prayer because I feel good when I pray, I feel so much better. And that's like I'll be walking my dogs or something at night or during the course of the day. When I come home, I let them out and I'll be walking and I said, man, I don't I got to go back and make wudu, but I keep walking the dogs and I go ahead and say the prayer anyway. So I think that's my example right there.
Yes, sir. Let me give you another example of prayer. I can't see no more. So I can't read the reading of the Holy Quran. And at first, I used to feel bad, man. And I used to say, well, I'm doing all the rest, but I like reading. I like to feel the pages. And I felt bad. But then I think Sister hit me to the thing online where they're on my phone, that they're reading it for me, the Quran. So I follow with them reading, so I get the same joy and pleasure of doing it. But I had a conversation with the brown germ, and he made me feel bad. See? Why? Because I wasn't strong enough to resist him because I went outside of my line of duty, entertaining the conversation. But then I went back on it, and now I don't feel no kind of way because I can't read the book because I'm still reading. Prophet Muhammad, Jibril said, read in the name of thy Lord. Yeah, but he couldn't read. Did he feel bad? We didn't hear that he felt bad according to the reading. Why? Because he was able to communicate without A, B, C, and D. He was still able to communicate. Anyone else?
Sister Margley had her hand up, and then Sister Ebony.
Yes, ma'am, Sister Margaret.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like prayer, but mine with prayer is I feel really well. I don't know how to do the I don't know what's the correct name. Like,
Salat,
no, well, that too, and the washing. What is it? Voodoo? Or,
voodoo,
okay.
or ablution.
Yeah, I used to be thinking that if I don't do that, that my prayer won't be fully like a prayer because I'm thinking in my mind that I have to do that first before. So sometime I would pray, but I still would feel guilty that I didn't do that step. One, because I really don't know how to do it. And secondly, I used to feel really bad about that. So when you was just mentioning that, just the thought of the desire to want to pray, um, that's that's kind of like a prayer within itself.
Mhm.
But does the voodoo make a difference? Like, is that necessary or? So that was my
No,
conviction.
that's a part of a ritual in praying. But
Right.
if you do or don't, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when he first told us to pray, he didn't teach us to do that. He told us to stand up, feet a certain degree, our hand erect. He told us a certain way. Then we started praying like everybody else, but it's a ritual. But
But
far as you and I are concerned, uh, when you're available, sister can, like, how you say, when you see somebody on the phone, how you say that?
oh, video call.
Yeah, I don't like that chat stuff, that video thing. But she can set it up where me and you can go through it, where I can show you how to do it, and you can follow me
Mm-hmm.
uh, on the phone. Like you can go in your bathroom, I can go in my, and I can show you how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, at least you'll know how to do it. But if you don't do it, it's not like your prayers is not going to be answered. God is not fickle like that. God is concerned with what's in the heart of men.
There you
Okay.
go.
And I know I'm on time, but the other thing is, what about the carpet and going up and down and that part?
What carpet going up and down?
Like, when you have to put your carpet down, you have to pray, you have to go
Prayer
down.
rug.
Yeah, the
Oh, the
prayer.
steps.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I can show you that. We can do that too. It's no thing. The thing is not knowing. The thing is acknowledging I would like to learn. That's all. And if you don't know, that don't make no difference. As long still doing what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, how to pray.
Yeah, that's
See,
all I do.
yeah, that's that Sunni stuff saying, well, y'all in the nation, y'all not real Muslim because y'all ain't got no kids. Y'all not real
That's
Muslim
right.
because y'all ain't praying.
Yeah.
Man, we ain't with that. Allah comes to bring a new Islam.
Come
We're
on.
not following no herb reality.
That's
It's
right.
a new dispensation in time. So we're not gonna get caught up if we don't know how to resemble of herb. That
Go ahead.
we ain't about to get caught up on that. If we know how to
That's right,
do it,
brother.
that's fine. But if we don't know how to do it, that's still fine. And
Yes,
anybody
That's
who wants
right.
to know how to do it, I'm welcome to show. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
We have about maybe 25 minutes left. I know
Oh,
Sister Ebony had her hand up, and Brother James has his hand up.
okay. After Sister Ebony and after the painter, then we're gonna go around
Brother James.
with the analysis. Yeah, Brother James.
Okay.
Sister, go ahead, Sister Ebony.
Yes, sir. For me, the just been in a battle with the brown germ over fasting because, I was consistent with 1 meal a day and it took a while, but I felt like, okay. And then I temporarily am not able to do it. And the brown germ was just beating me up about it. But just being on this call, I just feel liberated because it is
Praise
my
you,
heart to want
Lord.
to do that. But I
Yeah.
also know that my health has to be a certain way as well. And so it's just, I appreciate the freedom.
And remember, fasting, food is an aspect of fasting. It's not food. Because you can fast from TV. You can fast from your wife or your husband. You can fast from your normal activity of the day. You can fast from that. So don't get caught up on food, because if you have medical issue, then you can't do it 100% the way that is prescribed anyway. And that's why the Quran says, unless you sick or in a journey. You see what I mean? So Allah says in the Quran that it's not made to like
There's no compulsion.
yeah, and it's not
There
made
you go.
to bring you, like, beat you down. Fasting is not like that. Ramadan is not like that. He want it to be enjoyable. That's why he has certain criteria and the way that we do it. So if it's some aspect of it that you're not doing, you can still do it. It may be just in a different way. Allah is merciful.
Yes.
Thank
yes.
you.
Brother James?
Yes, sir. Speaking of aspect and the word rituals, what if someone does not know what the word ritual actually means? And one of the definitions was like a series of actions or a type of behavior, something that's regularly followed by someone. Can there be a confusion as to what you may think a ritual is, or what you're following when you're following something consistently that uplifts your spirit?
Yeah. I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like a ritual, but it's not. In the Nation of Islam, we are said that the most important prayer is Fajr prayer. That's the 5 o'clock prayer. We are said, everybody in the Nation of Islam, every day, you get up at 5 o'clock to pray. Now, it appears to be ritualistic in form, but it's not a ritualistic. What that is congregational prayer. Why? He wants us to do this together as a congregation, because the course of the day, we don't know what it is, but you may have ups and downs in the future of today. You may have trials and tribulations in the future of the day. So we come together at 5 o'clock where we're praying together. So where we going to be weak or weak at that moment, the vibrational pitch of one another, it helps to strengthen us and guides us and let us know that when these things come up, that we're not alone. We're together. You see what I mean? It looks like ritualistic in nature, but it's not a ritual. Did I answer, brother, or no? Brother
Yes,
James.
sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
good.
You kind of answered it. I just see more, and I don't want to waste time with that right now.
Well, you got 2 minutes.
But to do something regularly, even in the line of duty, you could use another word for that and say I do it religiously.
Yes, sir. Which only means I'm convicted.
Right.
See, it's about what's in your heart, what's in your mind. That's why I keep mentioning God is concerned about what's in your heart. He's not concerned about that junk, how your suit look, how your garment look, how this sister. He ain't concerned with that. He said he's not respective of no personality. So he don't care about no money, none of that stuff. He cares about what's in the heart of man. So that's the thing, is to see about your heart. But if your brown germ is there, because remember, the Quran talks about the slinking devil who whispers in the heart of men. You see what I mean? So he's concerned about what's in your heart. Are you being encouraged or overshadowed by the brown germ within you that's trying to pull you off your post? What is it? That's why I said in the line of duty. But let's go around each one and tell me in your own words, what is your analysis of what you heard today, or not necessarily analysis, did you learn anything today? What is it about today that may have sparked something? What is it about today and what we discussed? Anyone?
Assalamu
Well,
alaikum.
everybody gonna go, so you ain't gotta be fighting about who's gonna go first.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam,
Um,
brother.
well, a lot of things that were touched on today by everybody that shared, it's like it makes me see myself as in my journey in life, how I've been doing. And I've been doing pretty good. It's the biggest fight of my life because it's always dealing with myself. And and we put a lot of emphasis on the heart today, this evening. And that's what I look at myself and everything that I do, even with the charity portion of my life, the things that I'm trying to do for other people. And and it's just so amazing for me to see that I'm doing pretty good. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Anyone else? Is this the portion where I start calling names?
Assalamu alaikum.
There you go. Walaikum salam.
Sister Ebony, I just appreciate today so much because, like the brother said, it's directing me back to myself. And I kept hearing on these calls over and over, somebody kept saying, the God within, the God within. And I was like, wow, like I really have to focus on the God within and really internalize. So I really appreciate just hearing that different perspective over and over and over again. That is self first in every way. So thank
That's
you.
right. Good, sister. Anyone else?
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Dion.
Long time no hear.
Yes, sir. I got the bear to witness. I think it was Sister Ebony. I think they were just speaking. I do a lot of self-reflecting, and this is, where we have to start. You have to start within yourself. Like by the time you get done working on yourself, you don't have time to worry about what nobody else doing. So, that it just bring it all to the forefront for me about working on yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. So,
Yes, ma'am. Anyone else?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, brother.
Mine is dealing with the self, like with my mental health, because the Brown journey can operate within my mental health. One of my disabilities is non-combative post-traumatic stress disorder. So a lot of times I'm in my own head. So my Brown germ can arise based on that reality. And so I deal with a lot of coping skills. I now understand my triggers, what trigger me.
Good.
And so talk to no one, meaning understanding what I'm up against within myself. And so I'm constantly studying. I'm constantly working on me. One of the things, when I get upset, I close the world out. So I have to work on that. I have to talk my rise above emotion to the thinking of God process. But I have to use my coping skills. I have to know what triggered me. And then from there, I get back on duty.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Wait a minute. What brother Mike said is important. Minister Farrakhan said that, first of all, we all was made other than ourselves. Minister Farrakhan said that we are all dysfunctional. Some of us are more dysfunctional than others. Brother Mike talked about some of his imperfections, but we all have them. So be man or woman enough to look inside yourself, see what you need of, accept it, so you can start finding what Brother Mike said, the different triggers, the different tools that you can use, because we all have them. Even if you don't know you have them, you have them. So don't be hard on yourself. No, just acknowledge and then start working on the different tools to try to navigate and change the imperfections into perfection. Sister Michelle.
Sister Margley and then Sister Dion.
Sister Margaret.
Assalamualaikum. My
Yes, ma'am.
analysis for tonight would be getting the sense of feeling guilt free because I felt trapped in certain things that I was doing, thinking that this is the way it was supposed to be done. And it wasn't really helping me. It was just keeping me in this cage. And we're under grace by Allah. And when you brought up that you said, God look at the heart, not all the rituals and stuff that we tend to do or go by. So tonight it gave me a sense of me not feeling guilty about certain things that was holding me back to be, a true Muslim and to strive to, you know, serve Allah with my heart and not with the rituals. So that was my analysis of tonight. Thank you.
Let me give you a quick story.
Mm.
Then Medina and it was prayer time. So everybody's in the mosque praying. The enemy said, this is how we can get them. We know they're going to be in there praying. So when they pray, we go in there and slaughter everybody. They're in the midst of making salat. Everybody get killed except one person. The one person who did not get killed, he was so into his prayer that he didn't even hear the fighting or the people getting killed. So because of his prayer and his consistent and his fortitude, that his nature and Allah spared him from the enemy. Yeah, but why did the other people get killed? Because they was not focused on God. They was focused on the enemy. I just wanted to say. Next? Anyone else?
Sister Dion was next.
Sister Deanna or Dion?
Dion.
Sister Dion?
No, ma'am, I didn't have nothing to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought your hand was raised.
Oh, I was clapping.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Praise be to God.
Well, since we got you, sister, did you say your analysis or what you heard today that could have sparked something in your life that, could help in your day-to-day life? Is it something that you can say about tonight?
Well, yeah, I would say that this has taught me to, govern my tongue, just guard and trust my thoughts, and remain on my assignment. Oh, I see that time. So that every word I speak serves Allah's word, protects the mission and honor the structure. I'm always want to be doing what Allah wants for me to be doing versus what Sister Dion, because Sister Dion had me out there in the streets.
Okay.
Not the streets.
Hey.
Yes, sir. So, I'm always working on that. And not on my own understanding, but
That's right,
trying to
sister.
align my mind with his mind. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Let me just say this to you, sister.
Yes,
I know they keep calling you, but don't let them pull you back in.
yes.
Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, about 10 minutes left.
Okay. Well, whoever didn't respond, start calling names. Who didn't respond?
Assalamu alaikum. I'll go.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say that tonight I feel like I learned to be more intentional and disciplined when conversing with others and myself. Um, and to try to avoid cutting out unnecessary and brown germ like conversations as often as I can. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Is Sister Khalila on the line?
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, little sis.
Walaikum salam, brother.
What about you and what you heard tonight?
So for me, it just had me redirect the inner me to think more of and concentrate more on the duties, the pillars, um, but for me to do it and what I need to do in those different areas and to continue to keep my conversation into doing those type of things. And when I do talk to people, whether it's believers or non-believers, the conversation is still directed for me to teach that, but keep focus on the pillars,
Good.
internal and external.
Thanks,
That's my
little
message.
sis.
You're welcome.
Brother James Painter,
Yes, sir.
what did you
Um,
see in tonight, brother? Your analysis or things that just sparks up in you?
I thought of stay in the course. And when you said prayer, when we spoke about prayer a lot, the thing that stuck in my mind was the remembrance of Allah is greater than prayer.
That's right, brother.
So to strive to keep it Messiah, even and no matter what you're going through, what your thoughts are inside, and I find myself sometimes I call and talk to someone that's pretty much in the same line of duty that might uplift me.
Mm-hmm. And that's
That's
good.
all.
Good. That's good with the prayer. That's why I mentioned in Medina how the enemies ran up in the mosque because everybody knew how to do the ritual and actually pray. But their focus in what the prayer is supposed to represent, they didn't have it. Only one person did. That's why what Brother James just said is important.
We have 5 minutes.
Who else we got? Brother David. Is Brother
Yes,
David on
sir.
the line?
Yes,
What's your
sir.
analysis, brother? Or what did you hear today that may have sparked something in you?
My poor brother. I was the first one, but I got a couple of
Well,
minutes.
rewind it then. Evidently, it was so good that we got to hear it twice.
Here we go.
But I was just thinking though about this scenario. Two brothers hung out so much that one brother was shooting drugs, heroin, and the other brother didn't know it. But because of their association and the heart of one of the brothers, the brother, he actually told one day, he said, "Man, you helped me get over shooting heroin. It's just by being, together, doing things together." And it was like, wow, it was a wild moment. And it's like, just be yourself, man, be your true self. And again, just live that heart, man, and keep that brown germ in check when it's on the negative side, so to speak. You know, I mean, I just love everybody that's on the line. I pray that we all continue to come back on because we never know who life we save.
Yes, sir. Sister Michelle?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Sister Michelle, what's your
Yes.
analysis and what did you hear something that may have sparked something in you?
Well, number one, I think it is good to get a different perspective and try to look inward with the general orders, because a lot of times I do tend to look, on the outward, like someone outward instead of directing it inward toward myself. I just appreciate being able to listen to everybody's responses. It seems like we're all having a wonderful time just building and learning from each other. So that's what stood out
Yes,
to me
yes,
most,
ma'am.
is how, we all gave our own perspectives, but it came together.
My analysis and what I saw is that based off of everybody questions, their answers, their perspective, what I realize is that us as a people, even in the nation, we have a strong desire to learn and want to. But we have to get outside of ourselves because we judge ourselves so bad. And this is not the reaction of a God. But the good thing is we on the line trying to reach that perfected state. So that's always a beautiful thing to me to hear the mind. So I just want to thank everybody on the line that trust us enough to let us peep into your mind. Because everybody on the line is sharing something of their own mind and heart. And it's not easy to expose your heart and mind to people that you don't necessarily know, intimately. That's very, very different. But I see on this line, it's getting more and more enjoyable to do. And that's a beautiful thing to me, is what I saw.
Yes.
So if everybody did everybody go?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Is Brother Jermaine on the line?
I didn't see him tonight.
Okay.
No,
I
sir.
always bring Brother Jermaine on. He's the coordinator of Bennettsville. I'm in Bennettsville, Mass. And I always try to bring brother on, even if he's not on, don't have nothing to say. Why? Because we are taught respect those in authority over us. And I always try to give him an opportunity to express himself as well, even though he's not on it. So on behalf of brother, I just want to thank everybody for coming on the line, studying. And next week we'll be on number 8.
Number 8.
General Order number 8. And Saturday we on 7 and 8. The Supreme Wisdom. Lesson English lesson C1, 7 and 8. At the same time, 6:30. So how much time we got left?
1 minute.
Oh, well, that's it. If anybody have any comments or questions, you're welcome to save them for next week or give me a call and discuss it. And Sister Margaret, don't forget, whenever you get a break, we can go over Wudu and the steps of Salat. And it goes for anybody else. It doesn't matter. If I don't know how to do it, one of us do. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
the beauty of this line. We come together and we all make up a lot, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yes,
So
sir.
without further ado, let us all prepare for prayer. Prayer. Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment in which we now live. The alone do we serve. The alone do we beseech for thy aid. Guide us along the right path. The path of those whom thou hast bestowed favors, not the path of those whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray from hearing thy teachings. I mean, we are taught in life to never be the aggressors, but when aggressed upon, we come together like a solid brick wall, and we fight with those who fight with us. And Allah promises that if we fight in his name, we will be victorious. So brothers on this line, greet your brothers and sisters on your line, greet your brothers and sisters in the name of Allah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, sisters. Assalamu alaikum, brothers.
Alaikum salam.